So to get started with your setup, what you want to do is I'm going to put a link in the description to a drive folder. You want to go ahead, quickly put that in and click on download all. It's pretty simple. It'll download the entire folder. It has about 122 files. It may be more, maybe less, but go ahead and download the whole folder. Once you've got that, you also want to go to python.org and you want to download two versions of Python, right? You want to download Python 3.99 and you want to download Python 2.76. I'll tell you why later, but you want to have these two versions downloaded. 2.76, here it is. This is Python 2.7.6 and this is Python 3.99. Go ahead, download both of them and you will be ready. So once you've got both of the things, that's basically all you need. That's all your downloads out of the way. And you want to go ahead, open up your folder, right? This is the folder that you have just downloaded by the name of maze under dash everything dude. Go ahead, click on the Minecraft mazes and you'll see three things here. You'll see bucket, mazes, and start bucket. You won't need to touch with this. This is completely for the system. You don't need to, you could go through it, but there's really nothing you can change there. And this start bucket is what is going to start our server on Minecraft. So basically how this is going to work is bucket is basically going to host a server on the local host, and then we're going to enter that server from Minecraft. You don't need to have the paid version of Minecraft. Any version of Minecraft will work, which is great because online mode is turned off. And then we'll use Python to integrate code into our Minecraft game. Really cool, right? So let's begin straight away. Go ahead, double click on start bucket. I'm going to quickly switch to the command prompt so you can see what pops up. The start bucket will take you to a command prompt. Looks something like this. I'll just make it bigger so you guys can see. Something like that, and you just need to press any key to continue. And it'll give you done, 0.6 seconds. That was really fast. But once it's done, that's basically all you need to do. And I'll show you other commands you can play into this later. But once you're done with that, you can leave the command prompt. Don't close it because that is basically your server. Go or hop over to your Minecraft and also make sure Minecraft is version 1.6.4, right? This is really important because Bucket only works on Minecraft 1.6.4. Yes, I know it's older than you can imagine, but I mean, it may not be great for multiplayer worlds. But if you're just, enjoying yourself, then Python really lets you do a lot. So I would suggest going through and getting 1.6.4. Any launcher, you can get it. T launcher, the official launcher. It's pretty easy to get 1.6.4, right? It's not gone just yet. Go ahead, click on multiplayer and click on add server. You can just click on direct connect and put the server address localhost. You can do it either way. Just type in localhost from direct connect or click on add server. Say name it Python and server address is localhost. Click on done, go to Python Minecraft, just join it, and you should join into the server that has just been created for you. You will be in creative mode since the default for Bucket is creative mode. You can see here, there we go, we're in creative. You can change all this from your Bucket server, by the way, from the command prompt. I'm currently OP, so I can do K mode survival. It says I don't have permission, which is quite unfortunate. So I'm going to first suggest you make yourself an OP. So we're going to go back to our command prompt. And the command is pretty simple. Just type in OP and then your username, your Minecraft username. And it will say OP-Gamer500. The rest of the commands are pretty simple. I don't think I need to walk you over them. Just in case you do need to know the commands, just type help and it will give you a list of all the commands. That's pretty straightforward, right? So you want to go back to Minecraft and now you have OP, so you can change the weather and do all that kind of cool stuff. But that's not what we're here to do, right? You could do that in Minecraft 1.16 and 1.18 actually now. But the reason we're here is to make cool mazes. Let's get into that right now. Now what you need to do is I suggest you download some sort of coding software. You can make it directly from idle. I mean, I don't have a problem with that, but I highly suggest that you do download something like Visual Studio Code in which you can code everything, because you'll need to switch frequently between Python 2.7 and Python 3.9, right? So it will be really useful if you do download it, right? So once I'm hoping you do have something of the sort. It doesn't have to be Visual Studio Code, but something of the sort. You get my point, right? So once you're there, you want to go back to your files. I'm going to quickly go ahead and open it. We have here our files. So here it is, and here once you're inside Minecraft Mazes, you've already clicked on Start Bucket, and you don't want to click on Bucket since it's just all sort of useless. Go ahead and click on Mazes, and here is where the money is at. Do not click on MCPI and NIO. Those are completely for the system. They contain Python files that basically makes the interactions with Minecraft. They're all like the stuff that happens behind. You don't need to worry about them. You do need to worry about these 6 files. I've given you 4 mazes here, and I've given you a maze creator and a maze generator. You want to go ahead and open both the maze creator and the maze generator. I'll just show you. You won't see them right now, but I'll just skip to the Visual Code. Here we go to the Visual Studio Code. There we go. And you will see that I've opened both of them, right? Maze creator and maze generator. Now I'm going to quickly walk you through both of these files, and then we'll continue. Now the maze creator, this is what is actually going to make the maze inside your Minecraft world, right? You don't need to do anything with this. You don't need to link anything. It's pretty much magic, right? As soon as you click run on here, it's going to automatically get into your Minecraft world. It is almost magic because Bukkit is just made like that, and this mcpi.minecraft, which are Python files inside the mcpi folder, that they do everything for you. Now, to understand the code, you can dig through it yourself, go through the code. It's not very hard to understand if you have an understanding of Python. You can go through it and you should get it pretty fast. Now, the things we want to look at are the file name. This is really important, and that's pretty much it. That's all we really need to look at. Basically, the file name is the path to the file where it's saved. Now, the default, it will be something like this because this is for me, but you will have to change it according to your wherever your file is saved. And what I mean by that is wherever the file with the CSV code is saved. Now, if you don't understand CSV code, it's okay. It's like a very technical term. Basically what it is, it's a comma separated value file where basically you have, in this example, we have zeros, ones, and twos separated by commas that this Python code will read in order to create a maze inside our world. Before I blabber on too much, I'm going to quickly show you how the output looks like. I'm going to hit on play. Also, you want to make sure here, down here, your interpreter, as you can see, Python 2.7.6. Here, if you download both of them successfully, you should see 3.9.9 and 2.7.6. You want to switch between the both of them very frequently, so make sure you get this right. So you want to run this on 2.7.6, right? And as you can see, I'm going to come back to my Minecraft screen really fast. And there we have it. There is our maze that got automatically printed by our awesome code. It is absolutely incredible. You know, it's super fun. You can create unlimited mazes, all of them unique. You can like try solving them. They're 3x3 high, so you can't jump and try to cheat, but you can fly, of course, if you're feeling it too. I mean, these mazes are incredibly hard, depending on how like hard you make them, how much the dimension you keep for them. But this is basically an example of what we're gonna be doing here. So now that you know what it's gonna look like, I know you're excited to get it, so let's jump straight into it. So I've told you already the file name. So how we're gonna get the file name is we're gonna go ahead and jump over to our file explorer, which is this. And from here, we are going to click on the maze 1, 2, and 3. Now, if you open them up, you'll be able to see that they're comma separated value. I won't show them right now. You all have the same exact thing. You'll see a bunch of ones and zeros in all of the maze files. In some of them, you'll see twos as well. It's all completely fine, right? They'll all be separated by commas. It'll be just a giant bunch of numbers. But the way you want to get its path is by right-clicking it and clicking on properties. Now here, there will be in the properties, you'll get the file name. And if you click on security, you will get the object name as well. The object name is basically your path, and in security, in the top, there will be an object name. All you want to do is copy the entire object name, select all of it, and click on copy, right? And then you can close everything. You can close the properties down, and then you can go back to your Visual Studio, and you can take this and paste your own file name. This should be pretty straightforward, right? You should be able to do this. The file name does need to be right with the entire path, or your thing will not work. Okay, so that's how the mazes are going to work, right? I've given you 4 default mazes. You can go ahead, test them right now in your Minecraft. It'll work completely flawless, and you can try solving those 4 mazes as you like. But you want to make mazes of your own, with your own width and your own breadth, right? How we're going to do that is by going to our maze generator. Now, this is for Python 3.9. You'll also need to install Colorama, which you can install using pip install Colorama in your command prompt or in your Python shell. But now I'm going to change the interpreter to 3.9.9, right? As you can see down here, it has changed. You want to make sure it does change because otherwise the code's not going to work, right? So as you can see, I've given you this code to make the maze. This is also not mine, by the way, so just in case, copyright issues. But I have modified it so that it gives the code in 0 and 1. It took forever for me to modify it, by the way. So technically, I mean, I did I don't know, Creative Commons, but you want to go ahead and click on run the Python file, and you will get a completely new maze, right? It'll be zeros and ones, and it'll have an array of twos in the end. It's okay, you don't need to ignore you don't need to like worry about them. It's all sorted out in the code. So what you want to do once you have your maze printed out, this is 25 by 25. How you want to change that is in the code, you can find this where the main code starts and the init variables. You can choose the height and the width. I've currently set it to 25 by 25, which is massive, by the way. It's super hard. I suggest you start at 10 by 10 and 15, but you can even go all out and make it 100 by 100. Tell you what, let's do that. Let's make it 100 by 100, you know, just to see how that goes. Gonna print it, and will you look at that? The file has absolutely gone insane, and I don't think the notepad will even be able to read that. I am highly doubtful. So maybe don't do something like that. But anyway, I'm still going to try. So you want to copy the entire maze. Hopefully something shorter if you're not feeling adventurous like me. And you want to open up a notepad file, as we're going to do right now. We're going to go ahead and open a notepad file. This is basically going to be your CSV file, right? This is basically going to be nothing but your CSV file. Oh my god, that is massive. You have to forgive me, just bear with me. But you want to go ahead and paste the entire thing into it. So it actually came out pretty well. It's actually 100 by 100, and there's actually nothing wrong with it. So once you've got your entire stupid maze in, you want to click on File, Save As, and you want to save it in the folder that I gave you, maze _ everything to do Minecraft mazes. And inside the mazes, you want to save as type all files. And since we already have 4 mazes, I'm going to save it as maze5.csv. This is very important. Make sure you put .csv and save as type all files. That is .csv. Okay, make sure you do that. So I'm going to go ahead and save it. And now if we jump back to our file explorer, you will see that there's a new file called maze5, right? This is our new CSV file that we've made. In the type, you can see that it's CSV. And that is our 100 by 100 Minecraft maze. So we're gonna quickly get into that, but before we do get into that, first we have to go back to our Minecraft, right? The reason we need to go back to our Minecraft is we need to check if there's actually space. So as you can see, I'm in free air, I'm in complete space. I'm gonna head out and I'm gonna go over to our Python to run it. So I've already showed you how to generate it, how to put in the notepad, save the file. You can do that as many times as you want. I suggest making all the mazes first because you need to switch between Python again and again and again. But once you've got all of that, suppose you make like 10 mazes, it's completely up to you. Different, you can have you can have like the height and the breadth different. It's completely up to you. And then you want to go back to the maze creator. And since we have maze5, I'm gonna change the file name to maze5. After you've got the main path, you just need to change the maze number here, if you saved them correctly, I mean. And you want to change the Python interpreter to 2.7.6 and hit run. The terminal should give you confirmation, and there is our confirmation that it has successfully loaded, basically. Okay, I'm really anxious how this is going to turn out. And we hop into Minecraft, and here is our massive 100 by 100 maze. Have you ever seen something so colossal, man? These are just clouds, by the way. That's how big. Look at these clouds, dude. This maze is absolutely insane. I mean, I dare you guys to create a 100 by 100 maze and then try and solve it. I mean, this is probably the next Minecraft challenge. Dude, what the heck is this? Like, this is crazy, and it's great fun with your friends. I know it's hard to make a 1.6.4 SMP, but it's just amazing. Like, why would you not do this? Why would somebody not do this? You can make 200 by 200 if you're really feeling up to the challenge. But I feel that if you can manage to do this in one sitting, I mean, you're insane, right? Also, I do suggest that you keep any block in your hand. So since the start and finish are not labeled, wherever you start, just put this block so you don't end up rounding up to the start again. And then whenever you get to the finish, where is the finish, dude? What? Look, the finish is all the way over there. Like, even if it was a straight path, it would still take you time to get all the way there. But yeah, that's basically it. And that is it for this video. I mean, I don't think I have missed out on telling you anything. I have told you pretty much everything there is to be told. This is probably one of the greatest things I've ever done on this channel. I personally believe it's awesome. It's been a really long video. I know it's about 16 minutes right now, as far as I can see. But it's crazy, you know, it's just a long topic. Python, I love doing Python, so make sure to leave that in the comments below if you want to see more Minecraft stuff. I have lots of cool Minecraft mini games that you can do with Python. A lot of cool stuff that you can do with Python in general. You can try experimenting yourself. I've given you the basic layout. I've given you the mazes here, the demo mazes, the maze creator, maze generator. Just make sure you get the fundamentals right. And if you face any problem, I suggest you watch the video through again to see if you missed anything anywhere. And in case you do still have a query, leave it down in the comments. I try to answer as many questions as I can. I can't always answer all of them, unfortunately, but I do try my best all the time. So that's it for this one, and I'll catch you all in the next one.